On today's episode, we just want to answer why Japan. But before we do that, let's show you where we got our kimonos, and we are gonna explain later why did we come to Japan, because we are gonna meet up with our brother Ranzo from the Black Experience Japan to share our story with them. You want, yeah, Grade includes the other top.
Oh, I see. Okay, yes.
Okay. Which is the sash.
Lebanda.
Same yellow color.
Yeah, mechi. Yes.
Yellow is fine.
Which one? Which one? This one.
Okay.
At this stage, Go is done choosing his kimono, the colors that he likes. We decided to just go with the belts that are a bit matchy, not the similar color, but yeah, they almost look like the same yellow. And yeah, so he needs to go on the other side of the room and he will be cornered off, and yeah, the lady's gonna help him dress up, because it's quite a process to really put on your kimono. As you will see, guys, is many layers. Those who have worn one, they would know that it's many layers. Mine took a long time. Pretty much I wouldn't even put it on my own, the way it takes so long. So yeah, here's to just try his Japanese socks, and I'm already fully dressed up, and I'll go and wait for him at the reception until he is done. Let's go. Oh, nice. Okay. How are you feeling?
Okay, couple this.
It's nice.
4,500.
Okay.
Do you need receipt?
No.
Email? No?
No.
Okay. Finished.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we are done dressing up, and we just paid our fee of 4,500 yen for the couple discount kimonos, and we are now gonna go walk a bit and go meet up with Ranzo later. But firstly, we just wanna walk around and just get to buy some few things and just get to eat some street foods, and yeah,
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. I'm kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait no, it's living with no shame. Wait no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well I just wanna be happy. How to
you explained already. Here is a clip.
that becomes a bit of a different experience with police in Japan.
But one day the police came and wanted to deliver a girl that we don't know.
Oh,
and
yes.
Yeah, they said it's our daughter.
That was actually a very interesting story. That was
Last year.
That was 2 a.m. in the morning. Huh?
And believe me, I told him in the messages that we are single parents now. We are on a honeymoon.
Oh yeah. Single parents, right? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of The Melanated Files. My name is Ranzo, and today we're joined by Chloe and Kumi. They are a black family living in Japan. We're going to get into their stories right now. So Chloe and Kumi, thank you so much for meeting me today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ranzo.
I want you guys to introduce yourself to the world. Tell them who you are, why you came to Japan, and what you do.
Yes, hi. Thank you very much, Ranzo. My name is Chloe. I'm from South Africa. Came to Japan about 2 years ago to study, and I'm currently an intern with SoftBank. And well, it's been interesting.
hello, my name is Kumi Nong. I'm married to Chloe. We came to Japan in 2019 with our children. Yeah, we both came to study, and I'm almost finishing my studies.
All right, so why did you guys choose Japan in the first place?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Well, for me personally, I needed a challenge. I'd been doing some work, traveled quite a bit, but then I just felt like I needed something that could challenge me, and I needed a place where they didn't speak English first and foremost, and I needed to get into a new culture. And in my work as well, I had heard of a country called Japan, which is often referred to as the country of no defect.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, it's very interesting when my husband came to me and said, he's pursuing the scholarship in Japan, and I was like, wow, this guy. So this means we will have to move to Japan. But anyway, I embraced the whole thing because I've always been wanting to pursue my graduate studies, postgraduate studies. And I thought, wow, this is an opportunity, even though it was like a challenge, like to accept it. But, biblically and, reading the way, it is like God said something along the way. So it was like Sarah and Abraham moment, like we are moving, we are going somewhere. And I found it to be acceptable to me. And, I said, I'm coming along.
So what was the most challenging part about like coming along? I remember like with myself and my wife, I was the one that said Japan, right? But she was like, oh yeah, let's go. She was ready, right? So what was the challenge for you?
Because I was working, I was employed, and right when he announced is when I got the promotion at my work.
Okay.
So it was like, what now? Yeah, that was the most challenging, I think. But then something clicked in me, like, why am I even worried about the job? I need to trust God. I need to trust that God is going to provide. But he made it easier because he was like, but God said he's going to provide. It was something like a family moment thing. When he said it, it's like, oh, if he had God, then why am I even worrying?
Okay. So do you think it has paid off, like coming here now and looking back?
Yeah, it did. And, it's such a testimony on its own because right after he said that, he's on a scholarship and I'm not on a scholarship, I started applying. I think I had a month left before my master's program was closing, and I applied and I got in interviews and stuff. I came on my own. They needed me in person, and I came to write tests, and I came to interview, and I only applied for one university and I got in. So I'm a student at Kyoto University. I only applied for one university. Like, okay. Looking back, it worked. It paid off because, God showed himself in ways that we never thought.
Okay. So, Chloe, tell me, like, you said, a few things. You said Japan is a country of non-effect.
Yeah, no defect.
No defect. Okay, in terms of electronics or?
In terms of everything they do. So, in the space that I work in, it's small business. So, we usually take small business owners to different countries to learn how to improve their products.
Okay.
So, I'm into import, export, and so forth, improving small businesses. But Japan is very different in a sense that when you take a product to Japan, it comes back way better. So what we learned as we grow up was that everything was Japanese. The best rice cooker, the best electronic, the best toy. So what we wanted our small businesses to do was to learn how to make that work. But the challenge was always that it's not easy, and you need to understand and learn the culture. And the biggest motivation was that I needed to come here to understand the culture, to get to understand people, to make those connections, so that the day I go back, I'm able to actually create a much bigger pool of connections for the small businesses we support.
Okay, so that's something that you're doing right now?
That's yes. So even currently, as a student, I was even doing investment meetings. So
Okay.
I'm a student on the one side. On the weekend, I'm busy calling up businesses and saying, "Hey, I've got this guy in South Africa who's got this thing. Do you want to look at what he does? Maybe you want to give him some tips. What can you do? Japanese market wants something like this." So the program I'm on is usually it's called Africa Business Education. So usually people tend to be like, "Oh no, you just come here and then you open Africa to Japan." I came here, which is the first clash. I came here and I told my professors, "No, I'm opening Japan to Africa." And they were like, no, but the program is about Africa being open to Japan. I said, no, that's not my goal. I want Africans to benefit from what Japan has, as opposed to the other way.
Okay.
Yeah. So then that was a big thing for me and my drive, because in many meetings I always told them, no, tell me what you need, and I'll find an African who does it better. You can partner with them. It's not for us to consume your products. It's for us to find meaningful partnerships. We use your tech, we grow ourselves, you use some of the things, you grow yourself, and it's mutually beneficial. So that's always been my thing.
Okay, so how was that received?
Well, I actually had to go for a couple of mediation meetings right at the beginning of my studies, because I clashed with my Japanese classmates, I clashed with the Japanese graduate school, because I'm kind of a strong person in terms of what I want to drive to. So when I say no, I don't agree, that kind of shocked the system a bit where I was studying, because they're like, whoa, wait, no, here we follow, we don't say you don't agree. So that was also part of learning the culture. So one of the professors took me aside and said, I need to spend some time with you and explain to you. But even then, when he approached me, he was thinking, okay, you need to be more Japanese, the typical line they use. You need to be more Japanese so that you can assimilate into society. And I said, when will the Japanese learn about me? Because they're not traveling to Africa. I came all the way here, so can I share a little bit of myself while I'm learning from them? I said, no, that's not what we do here. Okay. Then that was like, so the back and forth for the whole 2 years in the master's course was that, oh no, don't worry about that guy, he's a bit troublesome. Okay. But I believe I got into good trouble. Okay. Because out of this, there's a couple of partnerships, unfortunately I can't mention them on camera, a couple of partnerships with companies in South Africa and Japan that I started from this radical movement. Okay. Of course. So
would you advise someone else to take the similar approach?
It comes with difficulties. When you arrive and you're a model student, you get supported in every way. When you challenge the system, everybody says, back off. Okay. So that comes with the challenges. So I brought my family. For 3 kids, with my wife here. So obviously when we have trouble and your sponsor has said, you're kind of troublesome. So when you have problems, they distance themselves from you. But
Thank you so much, Black Experience Japan, for featuring us. Everyone, click on the link below and watch the full episode.